Our movie is called 20s. I made it with some improv friends of mine. Some of you might know Hobart. He was here for a while. No, he's not. He's coming back to see it. We made it here in Rochester. It's all about these two idiot asshole friends who find a duffel bag filled with fake money, and they try to spend the fake money as fast as they can and turn it into real money. But they're idiots and they're assholes, and all that ends up happening is really they ruin things, starting with their own friendship. No spoilers after that. It's at the Little, December 2nd, Tuesday at 6:30, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We took it to Los Angeles for the LA Comedy Festival, which was cool. LA is a very hot place with wide roads. I don't know how many of you have been there. Wide roads, and it's very dirty. But we saw it in the theater, and then the film festival organizer brought us on stage to talk to us, and she was like, "Wow, the snow in this movie. It looks like a very cold place. The snow is so realistic." No, it just snows in Rochester a lot. That's not what this is about, though. This is about Halloween, so it's similar to your story in a lot of ways, although this is about Halloween 2006, my freshman year of college, so it's different in a lot of ways too, because like a lot of stories about freshman year of college, this one starts with drugs. But I'm going to start it because there's a camera there with a disclaimer for anybody who maybe Googled this because they're thinking about hiring me. This is a story about the past. 2006, freshman year of college. All of this stuff is over with now. Like most stories about drugs, this one starts with marijuana, the gateway drug of choice for everybody who gets into drugs. Freshman year of college, the summer before that, so between high school and college, I started smoking marijuana, and it was like, wait a second. You mean they were lying to me at Bishop Kearney Catholic High School about this stuff not being good? So I got really into drugs at that point. I wanted to try everything. I wanted to try heroin. I wanted to try cocaine. I wanted to try LSD. I wanted to try mushrooms. I wanted to try it all. I never got to the heroin or the cocaine, but my birthday falls on October 2nd, so this would be October 7th, 2006. My friend got me a bag of mushrooms, little psychedelic magic mushrooms. And I had no idea what I was in for. He left those for me. I tried to trade them for weed because I knew weed. That was a known quantity. But it didn't work, so I just did them in my room by myself, locked the door, ate those mushrooms in a dark room with a little iTunes visualizer in the corner and an 11-inch laptop screen. So that was a good time. I ended up passing a note under the door. These girls came by selling lollipops for some sort of charity. Knock, knock. James, you want lollipops? We know where you're in, or we can hear the music. I slipped a note under the door that said, "Go away, I'm insane right now." This is the best way I could explain what was going on. And then ultimately, I took this silly putty I kept on my desk, and I made a little face out of the silly putty, and I mashed it on the wall. Bam. So there's a little face on the card. I made a decision in my drugged out brain that is actually me. And he can worry about everything, and I won't. And he'll just be anxious, and I won't. And I don't think I've really seriously worried about anything since then. So drugs are good in that way, because it's been a long time since I've had real concerns. This is about Halloween now. Fast forward, October 7th to October 31st, Halloween. Between that time, I went to Arlene's costume shop in the Grease Mall with my friend from the hall, Dan, to buy our Halloween costumes, and we ended up with these realistic Planet of the Apes style. They weren't chimps, but they were monkeys, and they had the big mouths, and they would move when you talked because they were so tight on your jaw. It went over your head to the back, and then the bottom strap would bring it around your neck. Not all the way around. It's not a choking mask. But it was tight, it was very tight, and like the foam would be molded to your face, it would be full sweat. The best way I can describe it is, it reminds me of the mask from that Goosebumps, because it like gets stuck to her face, and she couldn't get it off and turn evil. We didn't turn evil, But it would be really difficult to take off your face afterwards, and it moved with you, and the eyes were so close to your skin that it just looked like your eyes were underneath. So what we did with them was we would run around campus at night in these full monkey masks, and we bought hands with fur, so we would wear our sleeves down and just for hands sticking out, because no self-respecting chimp would shave his hands. And then we'd scare people at night on campus for no reason, just random nights. We'd go up to if anybody's familiar with the college at Brockport campus, there's tracks all the way in the north end, I think. And it's not a dining hall, it's like a diner more like, with glass walls, and it's really bright inside, so you can't see out at night, but you can see in. And if you run up with monkey masks and just stand there, then eventually someone will look and then scream, and then everybody will look, and then we'd run away into the woods like monkeys. But I took that mask. Dan took that mask. And 2 people dressed up as me that year. I was wearing a lot of black, a lot of collars and stuff. So I went with like 15 people on a trick-or-treating trip with MDMA, commonly known as ecstasy. I dropped some of that. Everybody was on some sort of drugs. We're all freshmen from McVickering and Farland, if you know Brockport again, but that just means we're all freshmen. Nobody else would really go trick-or-treating except the freshmen. So we went out to these neighborhoods. We're all on drugs. We're having a good time. And because this is a drugstore, I don't have too many specific memories after that. After the point where we do the drugs, I just know that I'm on drugs and we're in these neighborhoods, knocking on doors. I was one of these people. I did this to this poor neighborhood. I have no idea where we were, but there were a lot of us. And we were like, we're all adults. We're 18 years old. We can buy porn and join the military, give us candy. But they couldn't see who we were because we were in masks. And I guess at one point, someone knocked on the door, and I was up towards the front of this giant group of people. And my high school Bishop Kearney Spanish teacher opened the door. He's like, "Hola." He probably didn't say that. But I just imagined that he said it now. "Hola. Hola, people." And I went, "Oh my God. Senor Tillinghast." And then I realized I was wearing a mask and I didn't have to worry about him recognizing me. And instead of just thinking that, I said it. "Oh, you don't know who I am, but I know who you are. You're my high school Spanish teacher. Ha!" And he just went, oh my God. And there's no, because this really happened, there's no point to this story. That's where I ended up at the doorstep of my high school Spanish teacher on ecstasy with 14 other drugged out college kids insisting that he didn't know who I was.